Picture the flashing red and blue sirens illuminating the dark, cold streets of Port Charles. Jacinda Bracken, lying completely motionless, the tragic victim of a fatal drug overdose. Or so it seemed. If you ask me, this is no tragic accident. This is cold-blooded, calculated murder. We are standing on the very edge of a massive explosion, and the shockwaves are going to tear the Corinthos and Quartermain families apart piece by piece. You might think everything is fine right now. You might think the dust has finally settled in this town. But you are wrong. Dead wrong. We are about to witness a nightmare. Let us look at the facts and see how this chain reaction begins. For months, Michael Corinthos has been playing house with Jacinda Bracken. They have built a quiet, peaceful little life together. Kids laughing in the background. No mob hits. No blackmail threats. No screaming matches in the middle of the Metro Court. It looks like the perfect happily ever after. But guys, this is General Hospital. When things are quiet, you should be terrified. Silence is just the universe loading the gun. And right now, the target is squarely on Jacinda's back. That peace is an illusion. It is a fragile glass house just waiting for a single stone to shatter it into a million pieces. And the person holding that stone is closer than anyone realizes. While Michael has been playing the perfect family man, his ex-wife Willow Kane has been drowning. She is suffocating under the crushing weight of the Drew Kane drama. She is desperate, panicked, and completely consumed by her own toxic warfare to keep Drew silenced. Because Willow is so wildly distracted, she has taken her eyes off Michael. She has stopped micromanaging his life. That lack of interference gave Michael and Jacinda a false sense of security. And that false sense of security is exactly what makes Jacinda so incredibly vulnerable right now. The dominoes are already falling, guys. Willow's dangerous distraction gave Michael peace. Michael's peace made Jacinda comfortable. Jacinda's comfort made her an easy target. But that is not even the biggest surprise. Here is where things get incredibly messy. Let us talk about the ghost haunting this perfect little narrative. Sasha. Since Sasha left Port Charles, she has kept her distance. She has kept Daisy far away from the drama. Michael definitely has not forgotten about his daughter, but Sasha has made it impossible for him to bridge that gap. I am telling you right now, that distance is about to evaporate. Sasha is gearing up to bring Daisy back to town. She is ready to open a brand new chapter for her small family. And the exact second Sasha's foot touches Port Charles soil, Jacinda's expiration date hits 0. The countdown has already started. But wait, it gets worse. Jacinda is not just going to pack her bags and leave town quietly. That is way too easy for this show. If you ask me, someone is going to make sure she leaves in a body bag. A fatal overdose. A tragic slip-up. The perfect cover story to eliminate a massive inconvenience without drawing suspicion. Someone is going to crush up those pills, slip them into her drink, and watch the life drain out of her eyes. But who pulls the trigger? Who stages the scene to look like a desperate cry for help gone wrong? Who stands in the shadows and watches her take her last breath? I have 4 suspects, and every single one of them will make your blood run cold. Let us start with the most shocking possibility. Suspect number 1, Michael Corinthos himself. I know exactly what you are thinking. Michael is the good guy. Michael is the moral compass. Michael would never do something so horrific. But guys, look at his DNA. He is a Corinthos. He was raised by Sonny. He has a ruthless, violent streak a mile wide that he hides behind expensive suits and a corporate smile. What if Michael never actually loved Jacinda? What if she was nothing but a convenient placeholder? A human shield to keep his life stable and his image clean while he waited for the storm to pass. If Michael gets a secret tip that Sasha is finally bringing Daisy home, his entire worldview shifts in an instant. He wants his family back. He wants Sasha. He wants his daughter. But Jacinda is standing right in the middle of the room, blocking his path. A messy public breakup means brutal custody battles, media scandal, and drama that might scare Sasha away all over again. But a tragic accident, a grieving, heartbroken widower, that makes Michael a victim. That makes Sasha run straight into his arms to comfort him. If Michael orchestrated this fake overdose, it is the most diabolical, sickening move of his entire life. He clears the board, avoids the blame, and gets exactly what he wants. But that wasn't the real problem, because we need to talk about suspect number 2, Willow Kane. You really think Willow ever truly accepted Michael moving on and being happy? You really think she looks at Jacinda and feels nothing but joy? Please. Willow is fiercely, obsessively protective of her kids. Even though she and Michael are done, they share children. Those children are spending time around Jacinda. If Willow uncovers something dark about Jacinda's past, or if she simply decides in her paranoid mind that Jacinda is an unfit presence, Willow will go absolutely feral. She will eliminate the threat by any means necessary. Willow is already operating on pure adrenaline and desperation because of the Drew Kane blackmail situation. She is in absolute survival mode. What is one more crime to secure her family's safety? If you ask me, Willow taking out Jacinda is a terrifyingly real possibility. But here is the sickest part of this theory. Willow wouldn't just kill Jacinda. She would meticulously frame Michael for it. Think about it. If Michael goes down for murder, who gets full uncontested custody of the kids? Willow. She eliminates the new girlfriend and completely destroys her ex-husband in one single calculated strike. That is some next level villain behavior, and Willow is desperate enough to pull it off. Guys, this is where it gets interesting. What if the killer has absolutely no emotional connection to Jacinda at all? Enter suspect number 3, Drew Kane. Drew is rapidly regaining his mobility. He is trapped in a vicious, high-stakes war with Willow. He knows Willow shot him. He knows Michael is an enemy. Drew is furious. He is bitter, and he wants to watch their perfect little worlds burn to absolute ashes. He is lying in that bed, moving his fingers, plotting the ultimate revenge against the people who tried to take his life. Drew doesn't care if Jacinda lives or dies. To him, she is just a pawn on a chessboard. A piece of collateral damage in a much larger war. If Drew orchestrates Jacinda's fatal overdose using his outside contacts, he achieves absolute chaos. He plants fake evidence pointing directly to Michael. He plants a secondary trail of evidence pointing to Willow. Suddenly, Michael thinks Willow killed his girlfriend to get the kids. Willow thinks Michael did it to get back with Sasha. The police are swarming. The families are tearing each other apart. And what is Drew doing? He is sitting back in his recovery chair, completely under the radar, watching his 2 biggest enemies destroy each other from the inside out. It is the perfect, untraceable revenge plot. What happened next may be even worse, because my final suspect is the one that gives me absolute chills. Sasha. What if Sasha didn't just decide to come back to town next week? What if she is already here? Imagine this scenario. Sasha sneaks back into Port Charles, completely undetected. No one knows she is in town. She hasn't checked into a hotel. She hasn't called her friends. She has the ultimate unbreakable alibi because officially she is hundreds of miles away. She is a ghost. She is invisible. Sasha still loves Michael. She has always loved Michael. She wants to be the only woman in his life. She wants her family back together. But Jacinda is in her spot. Jacinda is living the exact life that Sasha was supposed to have. So Sasha slips out of the shadows. She breaks into the house. She orchestrates the overdose, forcing the pills down Jacinda's throat. She watches Jacinda fall, and then she slips right back out of town without leaving a single fingerprint. A few days later, she makes her official grand return with Daisy. She walks into a grieving, devastated household. She becomes Michael's rock. She holds him while he cries. She whispers in his ear, planting the toxic seed that maybe Willow is the one who killed Jacinda. Sasha plays the perfect, supportive angel while secretly having blood dripping from her hands. It is dark. It is twisted. And it is entirely possible. And then everything spiraled. We are looking at a massive powder keg just waiting for a match. If Jacinda dies, the fallout will be catastrophic for everyone involved. The PCPD will be running in circles trying to make sense of the staged scene. Harrison Chase will be forced to investigate his own family members. The Corinthos cartel will be on high alert, wondering if this was a mob hit gone wrong. The Quartermains will be throwing millions of dollars at defense lawyers. And right in the center of all this blinding chaos, a cold-blooded killer will be hiding in plain sight, smiling at the cameras and offering their condolences. The clock is ticking down right now. Jacinda Bracken is living on borrowed time. Someone is watching her every move. Someone is plotting her tragic, untimely end. And when that fatal dose is finally delivered, a secret that has been buried for months is going to rip this entire town apart. One of these four people, Michael, Willow, Drew, or Sasha, is about to cross a line they can never, ever come back from. A deadly trap is closing, and the victim doesn't even know she is standing right in the middle of it. Who is going to break first? Who is going to slip up and leave a clue? You absolutely cannot miss what happens next, because the real nightmare is just beginning.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.